The Cold Millions by Jess Walter. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm struggling. I'm about 140 pages in, and I'm not really sure if I want to continue, even though I've already made a pretty big investment in this book. It takes place in Spokane, Washington, or is it Spokane? Not sure how to pronounce it. 1909, when we begin. Vagrants, bums, looking for work, riding trains, a lot of people, and the beginning of the organizing of the unions. That's the core of the book, the story of two brothers. And then in between chapters, we get these other chapters that are other characters' points of view. So I'm a little confused because the main story is these two brothers, but then there are other characters, and it's clear how they're related to the story, although in some of them they're not obviously related. And sometimes I like these alternating stories, and then I'm bummed to go back to the main story because I like those characters better, but I'm not quite sure what he's doing by bringing in these other characters, and I don't know what to do. What should I do? Help. Okay, I read more. I read another chapter. This book is the kind of book that shouts at you how much research it did. It says, look at me. I have every detail about this period. I can recreate the scene from 1909. I studied what the conditions were like in the river and what architecture existed and when it was built and what people wore, and look how authentically I'm setting the scene. And granted, the author lives in this area and I'm sure knows it well, but to me it's a little too self-conscious, and I have this idea that the author learned about all these different types of characters, the actress, the detective, the union organizer, the wealthy owner of businesses, and wanted to write about them all. And so he came up with this device where he could write all these different chapters, each one from a different point of view, and that way he could get all the characters in that he wanted to have fun with. And it's a hodgepodge, really, and the chapters that switch point of view are where he really lets go and has fun, and those chapters are much more pleasurable to read than the part of the book that's about the two brothers, because that's more intentional and moralistic, and I'm going to show you how these two brothers who came from hardship and nothing and no education and orphans overcame their obstacles. But maybe not. That might not be what happens. We'll see.